Interestingly, it was CHIU Pin-Chian that won the coin toss and elected this near side, the more difficult side, to start the match.
Sounds valid, yeah.
The difference in rankings, you know, everyone knows today, if I was CHIU Pin-Chian, getting a game, if Wang can win, or I don't want to say when, but the likelihood is on that side of the court, she's got such an advantage.
Probabilities, yeah.
Yeah. So the opening game is going to be a massive challenge for
disciplines. Women's singles, women's doubles, mixed doubles is 157th in women's doubles, 686 in mixed doubles. Does that? I mean, I've also heard that you should be focusing on one discipline. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I guess it all depends on what the priorities are for you as a player and for the federation, if you like.
They need her, yeah, right, to play all the different...
They don't have...
Sung Sho Yun is another one.
Who, yeah, I think they're all within three or four places in the rankings, in fact. You know, something will unlock and there might be some commitment later, but for me, women's doubles, she's not honing those single skills and vice versa. And it gets to a point where, especially at this kind of event, Super 1000 event, without honing those skills,
this is where it's going to come into play.
Surely you can't compete with. That's the kind of shot that backhand flat into the rear corner. That's the sort of shot from the far end that Wang has at her disposal. And
well, there are a host of. You were talking about the available options for the Chinese Taipei Badminton Federation, for the Chinese Badminton Federation, or women's singles. Han Yue, Gao Fangji, Chen Yufei, WANG Zhi Yi.
Might be something of a prediction, I know, but you watch what happens in the second half of this game. I wouldn't be surprised if WANG Zhi Yi hits something like 8 consecutive points and just rumble.
Junior champion, right?
Yes, that's right. I think there's an element of just warming into this match for Wang at the moment. Look at the speed at which she got round the head to take that shuttle. Very relaxed.
Kind of level of player.
Well, she's playing. She's in the bottom half of the draw, 2 seed. She's right at the bottom of the draw, and An Se-young playing Chen Yufei in the quarters today. What a match that will be, by the way.
Yeah, that will be huge.
I cannot wait. An Se-young.
Well, as I said, it's so competitive in the women's division, and you're right.
Wow.
Top half it off. So the winner of this match will be playing Nati Huda or Akane Yamaguchi in the semis. Get the chances, but you just have to give it a try. I mean, how many hundreds of women's singles players there are? A little bit out of position for Pin-Chian. Zone, if you get it into WANG Zhi Yi's hitting zone about 1 foot in front of her, then she's going to be able to put that anywhere, right?
That's what I mean. It was a poor shot from CHIU, really. But if you say, for example, this top player, WANG Zhi Yi, is somewhere near the back of the court hitting a clear, right? To find the back line might take 70% of power that she's like, right? So she's got 20-odd% margin of error to play with to get a fairly good length.
That is a good way of explaining it, yeah.
It's effort, right?
60.
So let's call it 65%. If she hits it at 70%, she's going out the back. If she hits it at 60%, just because of the nature of the way the shuttle flies, Actually, in real terms, if I was a scientist and could work it all out, which is that different. It's that much of an advantage.
I said, for me, I'm a numbers guy. That actually makes a...
Imagine yourself in the garden throwing a badminton shuttlecock around in the garden with wind, right? With your brother, with your mum, with your family, whatever. Reaches an apex in the air and then falls, and almost all the power is taken out of the shuttle. Yeah. So that drift is affecting that flight. He really is hitting it at
450, something 460.
500 odd kilometers per hour. A clear might...
But she felt, when she kind of hit the floor a bit awkwardly. Her movement seems to not be affected by it, but that is a great way of breaking down the drift.
There's an example. She can just toy with her opponent here, just fire it into those rear corners easily with 70% effort or 100% effort. It's still going into the court and into the corner. The job is beat your opponent, and then where it lands is almost irrelevant. So I'm talking about fire it flat into it
now, but I don't think she wanted the challenge, so that calls in question why she went to Sydney Gallows in the first place.
Well, did the line judge actually call it in? I'm not sure really what happened.
Brink of the first game, 19-14. And as you said, she's been able to cruise this one.
Taking control of the net here for Pin is all important. That's well played. That's almost the only chance part.
15-19. Chance for Pin-Chian. Scored well with the cross court. And again.
Hard to know for sure. I wonder whether she'll call for a medic or a physio at some point.
Footwork seems fine. It's moving around perfectly well.
Yeah, one of the best in the world.
Yeah, it's very graceful on her feet. Left that long. It's not even a muscle or physical thing. She was coughing during the mid-game interval. Maybe it's a head cold or a little chill that she picked up. It's very hot days in Changzhou.
Look at these shots from Wang, just firing it into those corners. Her coughing,
face was down.
To blow her nose, she was sneezing, I wonder, will she even continue the fight in this match? Because she'll want to recover for the semi-finals. She'll want half an hour extra at this intensity level. Is not what you want when you're physically struggling.
Right.
Yeah. Feeling under the weather.
Absolutely. Well, you could just see she was fist pumping CHIU Pin-Chian going wide there, because I'm guessing it would just be get back to some serious recuperation. Well, one game up, so 1 foot in the semis. And again,
the fascinating thing would you rather play and try and win 21 points against a world ranked 20 or so in the world and combat the drift, or would you rather kind of let this second game go
and then go
quickly,
for 3,
and then try and win 65% of your effort
that's a fantastic
to win on the far side?
That's a fantastic looking, yes.
So she could win this in 2, but it's going to kill her, or let it
go. If it's an easy mistake from CHIU Pin-Chian on the other side, or you can, you get a clinical opportunity to finish these points quickly, then take them. See where the second game goes.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, that's in one of those brutally, physically demanding, defending kind of rallies where she's having to dive a couple of times and.
Well, that's why I brought up the Sim Yoo-jin Korea Masters match, because that's exactly what she had to do. Sim Yoo-jin literally
at her best. She could dictate every rally and probably have won that game to a very small points score, to tee.
Right, yeah.
She was playing a style in which she was just exploiting her opponent's movement more and more using the drift, but she was certainly ready for the fight. Keep fighting and try and finish this in 2. I think you're right. I think if the scoreline somehow gets behind her and she's 7 or 8 points down, I think then we might see less than 100% effort and let the second game go.
While her lengths from this side seem to be fine, that's the kind of shot that she doesn't want to play for sure. Now, at the beginning of this match, we were saying she wasn't at 100% because of the ranking of her opponent. But maybe she's not 100% because of something physiological. That's a great net shot, and so's that one.
Yeah, see, I think she might have been in on the net early to kill it.
Yeah.
For illness.
That's a run through to the semi-finals.
CHIU Pin-Chian in the semis, imagine. Uh-oh.
Oh, wonderful shot.
What's going on here?
8-6. And of course, we will get another look in at the mid-game interval.
That was very laboured.
Service over.
Well, the last thing she wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. Just pressure all around. Crowd getting behind wall number 2. Left. 6-8. Wrong-footed there.
Oh, gets a good length. WANG Zhi Yi from a difficult defensive position, can't keep it going.
Wanted everyone watching to understand that they watch the matches, they see these players play, but they don't realize the warm-ups, they don't realize the traveling, they don't realize all this extra stuff. And it's been very hot in Changzhou these last few days. It's been into air-conditioned rooms, you're sleeping in air-conditioned rooms, you're coming out, you're training. There's a lot of physical pressure on the body. That's gone long.
11-7.
Oh, this is a long rally. Might even be the longest of the match so far.
Now the same challenge for WANG Zhi Yi. She doesn't want to be taking the shuffle late in those rear corners all day. Playing on this side and winning a point on this side, or your opponent making a mistake like that, is almost worth double. That's what it feels like to you as a player.
Yeah. Understood, absolutely agree. Straight to the body. A little bit of venom in that shot from WANG Zhi Yi. And again, this time it's down the line. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
No. I think that's it. Once you can smell blood in the water and you know you're in a winning position. Just the way she stepped back into those winners just now. The footwork was there again. Comes back with some angle. Oh, she's keeping WANG Zhi Yi on the post.
Oh, she's gone wide again.
To be engaging, yeah.
Like, hold her at the service line and then fire it into the rear corners, then bring her back in and make her work physically hard and take the shuttle late. That's what she can do with a lot more comfort, but a sickness bug or something, she'll have her eyes on getting to the sauna or steam room or whatever it might be, getting her
sweated out, yeah.
Getting the physio to rub her down. I mentioned it before the match started as well. WANG Zhi Yi seems to have a better control of the drift, because 3 days in a row where she's come through in straight games, and against these conditions, that is impressive. And if she's sick as well, there you go.
There you go. Big celebration, but it's straight pointing to the coach. 21.